my friends. Welcome to God Focus this morning. The title of today's episode, Battle Weary. Battle fatigue comes when a warrior has been battling for a while without rest or renewal. In most wars, there's a front line, and that is the location where the heat of the battle is going on, where the two sides are clashing in combat. In the rear is the support, those who have the supplies and medical support. If a soldier stays in the battle too long without rest, it can have an effect on everything, even the outcome of the battle. The soldiers rotate out, going to the rear to get sleep, food, and clean clothes, to take a break so that they will be strong enough to go back and fight. We often feel like we're suffering from battle fatigue when it comes to our fight with Satan. The word weary means to be tired, exhausted, lacking strength, or having your patience exhausted. Our enemy is all about stopping us by any means necessary. If he cannot distract us with sin and getting us to turn back, he will try to keep us from fighting the good fight of faith. He will cause distractions to weary us and to wear us out if he can. He sometimes seems to come at us from different directions, all at the same time. That is when we have to stand strong. We're living in a time that everything seems to be in chaos. A large portion of our society is on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication because it is an emotionally difficult world in which we live. They take these meds to help them to cope with the weariness of life. A wise preacher friend of mine always told me to be on guard. It is possible to be mentally tired and be okay. And it's possible to be physically tired and be okay. But if you get mentally and physically tired at the same time, you're headed for sickness. And the older I get, the more I realize there's a lot of wisdom in that statement. In order to get rid of mental fatigue, we need to find the source. Sometimes we overpack our schedules and are physically tired, which brings on mental fatigue. Galatians 6:9, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. If we keep an eye out for our level of weariness, we can keep our minds straight. By doing that, we can keep fighting the good fight of faith because we will be alert to the attacks of the enemy. If we allow ourselves to become weary, we will faint or become weak. Then the enemy will get the upper hand. What can we do to keep from getting overwhelmed by the enemy? We renew our minds with the Word. Read scriptures about being strong and say them out loud as declarations. The book of Psalms is one of the best places to find these. Like, for example, Psalms 18:2-3. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. The Psalms are full of verses about battle, strength, facing the enemy, winning, and how we can depend on the Lord our God. Jesus said in Matthew 11:28, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Labor and heavy laden sounds like being battle weary in the spiritual warfare that we are fighting. We can rest our minds by sitting quietly and worshiping the Lord. Pray and ask for His strength, renewal, and peace to help us with our battle fatigue. God is always there and never grows weary. Romans 12:2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. When we are mentally exhausted, we cannot think straight. The enemy attacks us through our thoughts. He tries to get us to compromise when we're tired. Our strength comes from the Lord, and He will give us overcoming power if we look to Him. Not one place does the Bible say that we have to win the entire war on our own. We just have to stand strong and face what we have in front of us. We just have to battle what is within our reach. The big issues, we do our small part and continue on our journey. For example, child trafficking. It is impossible for one person to stop this major issue, but we can do our part by praying for the enemy to fall. We can pray for the children to be set free and pray for empowerment of those that are on the front line of that battle. while we are battling the smaller things a little closer to our sphere of influence. When we call on Jesus, nothing is impossible, but we have to call on him. He will go before us and will fight our battles. He will renew us and lift us up if we put our trust in him. Isaiah 40:28-31. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is he weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. This passage always makes me feel like if we just wait on the Lord, that we will be able to spread our wings and soar like an eagle, high above our storms, to a place of quiet peace. He is truly all we need. I want to encourage you today to stay strong, allow God to renew your strength, and when you get weary, remember that we do not fight our battles alone. Our enemy is the forever loser, and the body of Christ will be triumphant over him. So put on your armor and go to battle. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and keep your God focus. Like, share, and subscribe for more encouragement. Have a wonderful day.